So today I'm going to be telling you the story about how I lost my brother's birthday dog. Birthday dog meaning he got the dog for his birthday. So this happened 3 years ago and my brother was turning 13 and he'd been wanting a dog for months. And for his 13th birthday he was going to get a dog and he was like so excited. Me and my mom went to the store. We got like this cake and then on top of the cake as decorations there was like 2 cupcakes stacked on top of each other and then there's icing that made it look like a dog. Matthew, which is my brother's name, and my dad went to go get a dog from the shelter and they picked out this adorable wiener dog. So cute. It was really skinny and it made a bunch of weird noises like a bunch of weird breathing noises. And they came home and we were all like so excited to see the dog for the very first time. We were outside just trying to think of a name for the dog. I said Sparkles, of course. I mean, what little girl doesn't say Sparkles for a name? And my sister said Fifi, and then my brother said Athena. And since it was like my brother's dog, we picked Athena. And Athena was a Greek goddess, and we were learning about the Greek goddesses in history, and so our dog was named Athena, and I loved this dog, okay? It was like the cutest thing in the world. And so the next day, one of my best friends, not anymore, we just don't see each other anymore, and so she was over for a play date with the rest of her family, and later that day, her parents left the house and forgot her. And so we didn't really care. We were just like, cool, man. And what we thought was that, yay, we're having a sleepover. It's a secret sleepover. And we were so excited. We were so pumped. We were like, yes, like planning out what we're gonna do for the rest of the day, you know, all that kind of stuff. And my brother was taking jazz. If you didn't know, there's, like, you go to ballet, you can either do ballet, you can do jazz, hip hop, or tap, and my brother and my sister were doing jazz together. And my brother did not want to leave the house because he wanted to stay with his dog. I was in charge of his dog when he left. He was like, Annie, listen carefully. Do not let the dog escape. And I knew if I let the dog escape, he would literally kill me. Not just like, he'll kill me, like he will get a knife and chop off my head. We were literally keeping the dog in the room, eating food and water, and we wouldn't let the dog out because we were so scared of it running away. And me and my friend were playing with the dog, and the dog kept scratching at the door. Oh no, it probably has to pee. We didn't want it to pee in the room, otherwise I would have gotten killed as well by Matthew. So we put the dog on a collar and we opened up the door. Obviously I was holding the collar, but me and my friend were like talking while holding the dog. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for the sleepover. And as soon as we got out, the dog, here's me, here's the dog. It was so fast and the dog just like raced off, and I got like, what do you call it? Oh, I got a whiplash. I was holding it, I was like that, and it hurt my back so bad. But me and my friend started running after the dog, any normal person would do. And in my head while we were running, I was just thinking, no. I was like freaking out, like, oh, I can just feel like what it felt like. It was so scary. It was so, I was crying my eyes out. I was bawling, scared. I didn't want the dog to run away. I loved the dog. My brother was gonna kill me. It was so fast. My heart was beating from running. And also I was embarrassed of crying in front of my friend. You might think that we're the only ones at the house, but actually my dad was there. My dad is like, he works at home, which is really cool. He has an office. And so we went in there and I was like, Dad, I let Athena run away. I'm so sorry, blah, 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 like all this. My dad was like, oh, Annie, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. And he was, because my dad's obviously like the nicest person in the world. And then he tried to stand outside, do his work outside a little bit, kind of like see if the dog shows up. Brother, he wasn't too mad. I think he was like really mad, but then my mom like went into the other room and like, Matthew, blah, 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 like talk to him. Molly left because her parents came to pick her up, and I was sad because like we thought we were gonna have a sleepover, and no, we weren't. Their parents picked him up. I was sad, I was scared for Matthew. And the next morning, I did not want to come out of my room. I was scared, even though I had already seen my brother and talked it out a little bit. My dad, like I said, works at home. He comes out a little bit sometimes, just like on the phone. He comes out to get food or whatever, which is the good thing about having a dad that works at home. So my dad saw the dog and tried to like, hey, puppy, come here. And the dog blasted off. He couldn't catch him. And so that made me feel better. And about a week later passed, and we're homeschooled, by the way. So we were at home. It was pouring outside, and we live in Texas, so it's always really hot and it's always really humid, so it's a gross type of rain. Dark outside, it was raining, it was all cozy, and we sat down with like blankets and we had pancakes for breakfast. We were sitting in blankets reading some history out the window, standing in the rain. Here's a tree, and then there's a dog. Nell was staring at us because this is the house and the window, and then the dog's here. She could see us, and she was staring at us from like 50 feet away, and she was in the rain, like staring at us, and I guess she was like spying on us, and we were, oh my gosh, so cute. I was so relieved. We set some food out for the dog to eat, and the dog ate it. And then one day, my parents were sitting down on a couch watching a romantic movie while all the kids were playing outside in the heat. And Athena came in, here my parents, and then Athena didn't sit like on them. He sat here, like on the other side of the couch, because the couch is like pretty big. And then after a little while, Athena came, like crawled over and sat on my mom's lap. And you can just imagine, my mom and dad were probably, they wanted to stay calm, but they were probably to each other like freaking out, but like not to move too much, so Athena didn't get up and walk away, because this was a big moment for us. Ah, so cute! Here she is, my baby! Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, remember, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Remember to come back on my channel on Thursday, and I'll see you guys Thursday.